Yo, what is good guys? Welcome back to another video. Today we are going to be going over the matchday 1 day 3 Champions League predictions, or just the games overall. So let me know if you predict any of them right in the comments down below, and let me know if you prefer these videos split up into days or just one big video on a certain match day. Now let's get straight into the video and let's talk about some games. So Cervena Zvezda versus Benfica. This game could be decent, so let's get started with the match. First of all, we will start with Cervena Zvezda. This team we know as Red Star Belgrade. We have seen them in the European competition quite a bit. They are doing well in the Serbian league, unbeaten in 7 matches. So far, 6 wins and a draw. Maybe we could see them being a underrated team in this competition. Who knows? On to Benfica. They're doing alright so far this season in their league, and currently they sit in 5th place of the Portuguese league. They have 3 wins, a draw, and a loss at the current moment. They have quite a bit of talent on that team with Renato Sanchez, Putsku, Di Maria, etc. And let's see how they could do this season. In my opinion, I think Benfica will win this match 2-0. Now let's move on to Feyenoord versus Leverkusen. This should be a very good game, guys. So let's get started with Feyenoord doing not too bad. 6th place, still unbeaten though. In terms of like European experience, they have been in the Europa League. Last season they did pretty well as they had their new coach in Arne Slot, but now he has moved over to Liverpool, so I think they're struggling quite a bit in the Eredivisie. So might be a problem for them with a new manager going into the Champions League, but let's see what happens with that. Now Leverkusen have been very good. They actually won a domestic double, the Bundesliga and the DFB Pokal, and in the Bundesliga they went undefeated. That was absolutely incredible. Xabi Alonso, what can you say? This guy completely transformed the team in the span of a season. That's very incredible work, and in my opinion this game will end 3-1 to Leverkusen. Now we have Brest versus Sturm Graz. This could be a game that could go either way, probably. New team in the Champions League, and Brest finished in 3rd place last season in the Ligue 1, and I have not seen this team play at all. It's probably going to be the first time I see this team play because I don't watch that much League 1, but if they got 3rd, then they are surely quite good of a team. So they're struggling this season though as well. They played 4 matches, won 1 and lost 3 games, so it might be a struggle for them in this match. But let's move on to Sturm Graz. I have not seen this team in the Champions League before. They are a team from Austria, currently in the Austrian league, 1st place in that league, and only have 4 wins and a loss, which is pretty good. And I'm excited to see how this team does in this campaign. And my prediction is going to be a 1-1 draw between those two. Moving on to Atalanta versus Arsenal. This is going to be a very good game. We have 2 very good teams clashing against each other, and Atalanta, we will start with them first. These guys are the Europa League winners. They are, I mean, what can I say? Lookman is a player we have to look out for, as he was incredible in that Europa League final. He scored a hat-trick. He single-handedly won the game for Atalanta, and I think this team could be a team to look out for in this competition. They're doing quite well in the Serie A this season as well, so they have some very good players all over the pitch, so Arsenal gotta look out for them. Now Arsenal, on the other hand, doing quite well in their domestic league in the Premier League. They are currently unbeaten, beating Aston Villa early on into the season, and now they just beat this past week Tottenham 1-0 with a pretty solid performance, I would say. But I think Arsenal are gonna be maybe one of the teams we have to look out for. But once we get into the latter stages of the competition, it's still a fairly young team from Arsenal, so maybe they could go far hopefully semifinals. I'm hoping we could get to the semifinals, but I think we have a really good team here. Arteta is doing a great job at Arsenal so far, so I think it could be a very good campaign for us. And I think a player that has been very key for us has been Odegaard. He is now injured, so he will miss the game against Atalanta. And my prediction is going to be a 2-1 win for Arsenal. Moving on to Atletico Madrid versus RB Leipzig, another banger on the cards. And Atletico Madrid, we have seen them last season. They did pretty well in the Champions League last season. I think they scored the most goals in the group stages from any team, which is very impressive. Joao Felix, one of their players, has officially moved to Chelsea now, and they have bought Julian Alvarez, as a kind of replacement now. So Alvarez so far has not had a good start at Atletico Madrid, but I'm interested to see whether Atletico Madrid will go with a more attacking route like last season, or more like a low block like they usually do. Moving on to RB Leipzig, this is, I think, a underrated team in any competition, in Bundesliga, in Champions League. They have been very good. They just lost out against Real Madrid last season. I think they were definitely the better side in that match, but obviously Real Madrid, they just have that, it's unbelievable. That team just could get wins out of nothing. They come out with certain moments and just win that match. But a player that we should definitely look out for is Xavi Simons. That guy has been tearing it up in the Bundesliga for RB Leipzig the past year. In the Champions League, he has been very good as well. I think this team could be a team that might go under the radar, or it could be a underrated team, especially with the football we saw last season. In the Bundesliga, I believe they are now 3rd or 4th, which is pretty good. They are showing that they can still compete for the Bundesliga title or the top 4. Now my prediction is going to be a 2-2 draw between these two. Now we move on to the final game, Monaco versus Barcelona. This should be quite a solid game, so let's get started with Monaco. Fairly good team, honestly. Finished 2nd place last year in the Liga, and that's pretty impressive. Started the season well with 3 wins and a draw, so no losses so far for them. They're in good form, so who knows, maybe we could see a surprising result here. Maybe they could beat Barcelona. And they got the likes of Balogun, Embolo, Minamino, Carrier, etc. In terms of Barcelona, they have been absolutely amazing under Hansi Flick. Lamine Yamal, this guy, he's just carrying on his incredible form from the Euros, from before the Euros. He's just scoring goals every single match, and incredible to see. Hansi Flick, I've seen multiple clips of the team playing, and they just are playing some really fluid football, keeping it on the ground, not going in the air too much, and it's really working. Like, just incredible passing play and movement. I think they could get maybe far in the competition. I would say maximum for this team, they could maybe get to the quarterfinals, but I think we might see this Barcelona side exceed a lot of people's expectations in this competition. Now, in terms of my prediction, it's gonna be a 3-1 win for Barcelona. Now, thank you guys for watching. Hopefully you did enjoy the video. Don't forget to drop a like, comment down below your predictions in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe as well. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.